Nakore Apparel is a lifestyle brand inspired by and created for those who unabashedly seek, speak, and live in truth. Nakore is the African Adinkra symbol for truthfulness, and the clothes speak truth in all its forms with the ultimate aim of love and justice. If you're down to expand the culture, break barriers, and eradicate injustice wherever you find it, then Nakore Apparel is the brand for you. Go to NakoreApparel.com. That's Nokore Apparel.com.
Nakore, apparel for truth tellers.
You are now tuned in to the Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts Podcast.
Bruh, it's different. It's different.
Hey, you see him? He was like, "What? Fuck."
Yeah. Yo, what is going on? This is DJ Brainstorm on the mic with you right now, coming to you live and direct, we think, and we hope. But episode number 307 of the Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts Podcast, the DMST Podcast is back. As y'all can see, I'm sitting in a chair that I don't normally sit in. I just noticed the camera is up like high on me.
You look very small.
Because Dev is usually sitting here, so it's like looking down on my ass right now. But
all good,
I mean, we'll get it together. But welcome to episode 307 of the Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts Podcast. Thank you to everybody tuning in right now on YouTube and everybody tuning in throughout the week on Apple Podcast, Stitcher, the TuneIn Radio app, No Wooshka. This motherfucker been giggling ever since she came in here. Anywhere, wherever, however you get your podcast, we want to thank y'all for tuning in this week. Y'all, you know what? Ulysses, how are you doing? Come on.
Hey, the only song that come to my mind every time she do this shit is bear down.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. All right, I knew something wasn't right.
I'm looking at Brainstorm in this chair. And
No, dude, I look like a toddler. I look like a toddler, don't I? Feet over here, just a swinging and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
Just a swinging and shit, man. Come on.
Oh my God, there's a seatbelt over there for you. I don't want you to get hurt.
All right.
We ain't got insurance in the studio yet.
Damn it, how you feeling?
That's healthy and wealthy per usual. I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great.
All right, Playboy, how you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Playboy the DJ, Playboy DA DJ. You know how we do, man. Lights, camera, action, man. Another show. What is 307?
307.
307. Ready to get it in, man. Let's get it.
All right, so before I ask everybody how their weeks was and everything, Dev is not here. So for the people that'll be tuning in this week online, Dev is not here. I forgot to even ask him when I was just on the phone with him, but I know he shared it online. So y'all think we should say what happened with Dev? I know he shared it online, so I mean it's not like a secret.
Yeah,
I
mean, he had no, but you go ahead.
Yeah, Dev was walking around Giant Eagle and he fell off the scooter. And it was a real big mishap, man. And I mean, it was man. No, we was
No, he was talking that shit and I pushed him.
You know what it was funny? You know what was funny too though? It was like when we first got the picture from Dev, when let's just say this, Dev had an accident. He had a fall. We'll leave it at that. He had a fall, so he's at home recovering. Remember that commercial back in the day? I've fallen and I can't get up. Remember that commercial back in the day? I'm not saying that was Dev. You know what I'm saying? But it's just
Can
but
you
no.
imagine, I feel like when he fell and he was done falling, because I know it took a minute.
She go, man.
I felt like he laid there like Peter Griffin, like
I wanted to find that meme so bad, but I wanted to make sure I had everything up and going right up here.
And then he look at the top of the stairs, and it's that fucking angry chicken.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, but no. In all seriousness, we to everybody, thanks for joining in. We've been gone for a couple weeks, and
Yeah.
so we'll kind of lay everything out. But in all honesty, Dev did have a fall, and so shout out to the homie Dev. He at home recuperating right now.
Who's the beneficiary? I think we want to talk to them.
I don't know, because that's a good question. That's a good question because when he first took the picture, I was like, God damn it, one joke too many. Leah to put the pause on him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, one joke too many, but nah. But yeah, so he's at home recuperating.
Oh man.
I kid you not. Like real quick, when you fall after you like in your 20s and up,
it's
you
different.
gotta lay there and collect everything.
You know what it is? Like you lay there at first and you take stock on everything your body is feeling. You feel what's hurting, what's not hurting. You
and
think
what's something missing.
Yeah, you think the worst every single time. You definitely do.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
But so Ulysses, how was your week?
My week was real good. I had my show at Bliss every Thursday, simple work week, and man, just trying to stay out of jail because they be trying me.
Would expect that.
Trying me. Listen, they be trying me. Like I be this close, and I got to tell myself, bond money is not in the budget. You got stuff to take care of,
right.
And I be like on some cool shit because I've been to jail. It ain't fun.
Yeah, I mean, I like you, but I mean, I don't know if we got.
I don't think. Listen, I would be grateful if I could call you and just say, hey, I don't feel safe. Can you stay on the phone with me? And you actually stay on the phone with me. That's the level that we at. You ain't no pull-up level right now.
I'll be that nigga that be on. You would call, and I'll be sitting there like, hello. Yeah, Ulysses. What's going on, man? James, I'm in jail. And sit.
Oh yeah.
Hey, let me.
Phones breaking up.
You call back like this line been disconnected. That's the type of nigga I am.
The number you have called has been
Is that Martin?
Martin. Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool if I have close people outside of jail. Shout out to my bail bondsman, my personal one, Erica. No, she got me out of jail twice for real.
That's what's up. I wonder who I'd be. I mean, if I went to jail, my first call would probably. I'd probably call my older brother first because he can. I wouldn't call my parents right away. It's like you got to call him first and let him kind of, call my younger brother and then call around. So I don't think I would call my parents first if I went to jail. Yeah, I think I'd call my older
mom was
brother
the first
first.
one. She said, "I got you." And she listened. She called around. She got together, got me out there, and we was out.
See, the reason why I wouldn't call my mama ain't because she ain't got the dough to get me out. It's because she gonna interrogate me more
That's
on
what
the
I'm
phone
saying.
before. Mom, come get me, goddammit.
Yeah. Well, baby, what did you do?
She gonna be like, James.
Listen.
This is exactly how she act. What's going on? What happened? Ma, please come get me out of jail. Like I'll tell you what happened after you get my ass out.
Wait, listening, Ma. I might still be guilty.
Right.
They might be listening.
Listen, I'm the only one I know with a full body mugshot. Dead ass.
How you get a full body mud shot?
I don't know. I asked all my police friends. They said, "Well, do you have tattoos?" I said, "Yeah," but that wasn't even the side that the tattoo was on. They was like, "I don't know." I felt like they was low key trying to auction me off because they be in it with the human trafficking. They were trying to sell my big ass.
Here you go.
I'm worth a lot of money. I'm just saying.
All right.
Got you.
She said she worth at least a box of cigarettes in the inside.
Listen, Newport, not Maverick.
Okay. All right.
Jail pack, not real pack out in stores.
Playboy, how was your week, man?
Week was cool, man. Like I said, I've started rolling into my new career, as I call it, rolling into my new career. So, like I said last time, I officially let go of the job I had been at for 7 years, and just moving on to just new, bigger and better things, man. So this week was just full of just future things to come, man. Just trying to get things in order with life and just moving forward, man.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up.
You had to move that kilo.
Nah.
How the blue boy's still working. I see y'all.
Right. That's why I got my shades on today.
Listen.
No fingerprints, nigga. No fingerprints.
Just so you know, Dev said you ain't that thick now. While you talking about full body picture and all that stuff, mud shots.
Hey, you ain't gotta be that thick. Have you seen some of the victims during human trafficking? They don't be caring about that.
Hey, this just popped in my mind. I hope I don't get in no trouble. Have y'all seen like them pictures that people be when somebody go to jail and like somebody's real cute and people will be posting the pictures, like it's almost like a sexy mugshot picture or something like that. Is anybody, or is that just me? Am I the only degenerate in the room with that? I'm not saying I went and looked for it. Right. I'm just saying, have you seen it though?
I don't know if I've seen it.
I'm doing the brainstorm shaking head.
Man, y'all ain't gonna leave me out here on this island by myself.
Right. Uh-oh. He pulled up Google.
Oh, man.
I feel like Dev now. I got to pull up the Googles on him.
And Dev said, I'm looking at my kneecap pointing straight up and my toes throwing up gang size, and I couldn't believe it. Man.
Oh, man.
And that's a big-ass foot, man. Have you seen Dev's foot?
Well,
like, nigga.
Yeah, you know, you talking about a brother that been to the NFL Combine. That's a
big dude.
Yeah, man. That's NFL right there.
I figured this out at a different time. I ain't gonna hold up the show anyway.
Yeah. How was your week, man?
Everything been pretty good, man. It's just again, to everybody, obviously it's our first time back.
Dave said, "Yeah, the
prison base."
So
all right. So I'm not the only. I'm not the only degenerate. Good. But yeah, the week has been it's been cool. Again, apologies to everybody. But let me do this first. So the week was good. Work was cool. I mean,
did you do some air fried chicken?
No, my air fryer is broken.
What? No, when are you even talking about it?
Yeah, my air fryer is broken. My fiance won't let me buy another one because she's a hater. I just saw her pop in the feed. So, but it makes sense because we obviously about to be moving together,
right.
And
she has one.
She has one. So I mean, it was.
So you gotta wait for air fryer chicken.
Yeah, that was her Christmas gift last year. I bought her.
So when y'all moving together?
She will be here probably in the next month, I'm going to say. Aww. Because her house it's being looked at as we speak. And
that's what's up.
It's getting serious.
And offers are going in. And so I would say within the next month, she'll probably be here.
So she's going to be coming to Bliss on Thursdays?
Yeah, she was already said. She told me that. She told you that when she was here that she got to get to one of the Thursdays and everything. Yeah, so she'll be... she'll be coming to Bliss on Thursdays and stuff like that, yeah. But yeah, probably about a month, I would say. Depends on, whenever she gets an offer that she likes and things like that, and, however long it takes all of that to go through. But I can't see it being probably any later than, mid-August or something like that.
Oh,
don't do that.
So nice.
Don't do that.
What? I want to get y'all his and her robes.
We might do a little something like that. I don't know, but yeah, this so all that's moving along, and
Mrs. Brainstorm. Oh,
look, man, Mrs. Brainstorm on the road. Yeah, yeah, she can get that. Yeah, that'd be dope. She could run at the pod and R&B.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, man. So the week has been it's been just work, regular stuff. So we've been out of here for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Man, it's been a minute.
So we had a couple little difficulties up here. We had a couple hiccups up here, and we couldn't do the show last week. Well, 2 weeks ago we was already going to be off.
Yeah.
Because I was going and I know Dev was going to, I think, to New York at the time.
We could have did the show without y'all motherfuckers.
Well, I mean, y'all could have.
But we didn't.
Yeah,
He's like, well.
But yeah. So I mean, then last week we were supposed to be back, and then still had some technical difficulties, and I know you had a family thing, Playboy, so you couldn't pull up, so we had to actually kind of cancel last second on last week. So we're back now. We don't know what it's going to be looking like over the next month or so.
You know what, man? One thing about us, man, is that we do what we do. We hold each other down when situations are going on and things happen. Amongst all of us. Like I said, when I had my surgery, y'all held it down. You know what I mean? Just different stuff. But we gonna move forward. Dev Spirit gonna be here with us anyway.
And the feed especially because he's talking shit right now.
We gonna hold it down for our brother.
But you gotta understand, we like DMST. We going far, not fast.
Right.
So
it's a slow and steady race. So we gonna keep it moving forward. Look, we all grounded and stay focused on what we got going on, man. We be straight, man. Everything.
And once it's up, it's stuck.
Because I guarantee, right, exactly. And I guarantee after this show.
I hate that she over there thinking she got bars, but go ahead. Once it's up, it's stuck. I'm messing with her.
But no.
Wait after the show.
Right. So we talk after the show. But no,
you and Dave gonna be right next to each other. Like, nigga, at least I feel I ain't get fucked up talking shit. I'm sorry.
No,
but yeah, like you said, we'll make it through though, man.
Cool,
We so we'll stay tuned for the announcement on Pod and R&B on the 30th. It'll probably come out this week. I mean, we'll make our decision on that if we going, how that's gonna work. But
right.
I mean, we already kind of
wheel that motherfucker in there, man. Shit.
But yeah, man. We'll see, man. But so we still got things going on. We had a good meeting up here on Wednesday with some people for a new venture.
Absolutely.
Kind of like an offspring from Pod and R&B and things like that. So we'll be able to talk about that in the future with y'all to see, if everything keeps going.
Fruition, yeah.
And they'll probably be on the show soon.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. But we had a really good meeting. We was able to FaceTime Dev into the meeting and everything.
Oh.
Come on. Oh, we're sorry, Ulysses. Sip. We're sorry. We're sorry.
I said nothing but oh.
Mm-hmm. And I'm also sorry. I know Dev can probably see it as he's looking in the feed. Ulysses is a little blue. I couldn't figure out the whole light situation, so she's just a little blue today.
Yeah.
We'll get that together by next week too.
Feeling like a feature.
That's shit, I'm getting ready to say that shit. You said feeling like a feature.
But seriously,
I didn't even get the picture of Dev's leg. I wasn't gonna talk about that either. I'm like, y'all got a separate group chat from the group chat I thought I was in.
I mean, this group chat been going on for like 4 years though.
That's fine.
I mean, some things.
And then we got one
fellas.
with you too. Don't come on, Ulysses.
Don't take it personal. Okay.
Oh, I'm taking it very personal.
No, don't
Capital
take
P-E.
Don't take it personal.
And sometimes people say stuff that's only for our ears to hear.
Don't take it personal. Don't be a woman right now.
Y'all
Okay?
excavating the problem. You know what excavating is?
I used to work for builders excavating. Don't try to play us. I know what it is. Digging.
Exactly.
Digging.
He didn't know.
You're damn right I didn't know. And I wasn't going to act like I did.
She tried to get us. So she said, I'm like, God damn it, I know something.
Like, don't start. I will start, Devin. I will start. Okay?
Oh, man.
No, but seriously though, so how's y'all last 2 weeks been? I mean, at least we haven't seen you since Pod and R&B a few weeks back. So I mean, I
just celebrated my 7 years in comedy.
Yep.
I had a roast.
And that was the night that everything went to hell here and we couldn't go.
Yep.
I had a roast, and the roast was honestly like one of my top 5 funniest times in comedy. Like, it was so enjoyable that even like the comics and the crowd was having fun at the same time, because a real roast, y'all roasted me, but nobody's off limit when it comes down to the comics. And after people got to like kind of go in it was like, oh my God, the shit that was going, like, it was hilarious. Mm-hmm. And come to find out, I'm on everybody's smash list because, like, literally every comment was like, yeah, I fuck right up. I'm like, whoa, okay.
Oh, when you said that, I thought it meant like they had already smashed.
No,
I'm just saying that's how
smash list, to do list.
Oh, I mean, you should kind of make a distinction.
Think like that. Is it me or you shouldn't think like that?
No, you should make a distinction between the two though. Because
I feel like you're thinking like that, and it shouldn't be that way.
Playboy, what did you think?
I just missed everything y'all just
That's
said.
this nigga here, man.
I'm getting old. I'm over here like
I feel like we was in the studio and we cut the Playboy live.
Man, look.
It was like, to Playboy, he's just like,
I'm gonna tell y'all.
Oh, yeah, and I'm here at the scene.
I have the tendency sometimes to go off in space. Not that I'm not here, but I just will be like I was sitting over here thinking while y'all was talking, like, God damn, I'm sweating like the uncle at the barbecue grilling. I'm like, God damn.
You got the socks and the sandals.
And that, right, exactly. That's when he was like, Playboy, what you think about that? I was just like, oh shit, what happened? Mm-hmm. But it's all good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, come to find out, I don't have to be sitting on this gold mine. I could give it out to the comedy community of Cleveland. But I'm not.
What you said, gold mine? What do you speak of?
My vagina.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, we gonna let that one go. Okay. All right.
Playboy neutral.
All right, y'all. Let's get into some shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I know Playboy. I know you had the job that you just switched up with and everything. And
yeah.
what you start this week, right?
Actually, I had already started sporadically, but I'm official tomorrow.
Okay.
So tomorrow is 100% a go. So that's
ain't nothing about it making you nervous.
Bro, I've been extremely nervous and had
Why
anxiety about it.
Man?
I'm just asking a question.
You know him though.
Somebody said something to me though that really helped me out. It actually was one of my OGs from the other job that I just, the job I just left. And he was like, look, when you're on this road of, trying to be entrepreneurship and, kind of get into position to be an entrepreneur full-fledged or whatever the case may be, he was like, he was like, it's going to be times that you're going to feel nervous or, you leaving, security or being stable or whatever the case may be. He was like, don't get sad or nervous about it. He was like, embrace it and be excited about it. So I've been trying to choose that path. I've been up and down with it because it's like, damn, you for real left that good-ass job, union job, this and that, to go after your dreams, and try to do something different. But see, I wasn't just doing this just for, for money. I'm doing this for health reasons because the environment I was in was not good for me. I only been out of there a little while, maybe 2 weeks, and I already feel better than what I felt as far as different things, But, yeah, man, I just been focusing on that, man, trying to get myself together, trying to work hard to get, how it is, man, the world we living in nowadays, man. You got so much anxiety, so much stuff going on that can cause anxiety and stress. So I'm just trying to simplify my life at this point in time and just go after what I want to go after, man.
Yeah, you ain't getting no younger. I mean, at 88, you should be just reaching for the stars. You know what I'm saying? So I applaud you.
Yeah.
Everybody
see what type of show this gonna be.
Everybody got jokes. Everybody got jokes.
So
all right, man. So
you ain't zoom in on this table.
I did zoom in. I have zoomed in on the show. You ain't seen that zoom in on you at all?
No.
I'm sorry.
Right now, I want them to see the angry face.
Okay. You got it? You good? Are we good? Okay, we're done.
That's how you do it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, damn. Are you happy now?
Right. All right. So, man, what is going on?
Man, listen. Can we talk about this?
Come on.
I'm a David. Can we talk about? I mean, can we be honest?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can we just parents? I'm disappointed in the things that I've seen over this past week or two. Stop triggering and giving y'all kids anxiety, asking them to come help y'all fight, knowing all they do is be on their tablet and YouTube. Y'all know these kids is not about that life. They're not.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even know what fucking hangman and any bounce and what is it?
Right.
Manhunt and all. They don't do that. Like, stop terrifying these kids, asking them to come help.
I mean,
fight.
I'm almost wondering if I should play one of these real quick.
Man.
You should.
You think so? All right, let me. I got it up. I just had it on in the background. Let's see if I can get this together. Let's see. So what it is this thing called the Fight Challenge online. It's like what people have been using to go viral right now, where basically they kind of go in a room, like you were saying, they kind of make up this story that they about to get in a fight, and they bring in their kids with them, and they say they're gonna whoop my ass or something like that. So let's see if this one works. Let's see. I'll cut it off in a second. Hopefully it ain't too loud. Hopefully we got some volume.
Leo, get up and put your shoes on. The lady downstairs talking about she won't fight me and she gonna get her son to fight you.
Why?
Put your shoes on. Put your shoes on.
He said, why?
Talking about he won't fight you. He's supposed to be like 7'2".
Poor man. Look at him. His room clean. He a good kid.
He probably hiding in the closet.
Ain't nowhere in the world it's about to go down like that.
Yeah, this one too long to play.
Yeah.
But no, this is like the basis of what it is, where it's just you got parents running into a room to tell their
He didn't
kids.
get his fight shoes. He got Crocs.
He got
sandals?
He got slide ons. Like,
yeah, no,
lady.
yeah, he ain't built for it.
Huh?
Why?
Over some parking spot. Something about a parking spot. And I was like, well, I
They must
always
be
park
New
right here.
Orleans.
She was like, well, if you don't want to give up the parking spot, then we can fight about it. And I'm like, what you want?
Yeah, all right,
He a
that's
good kid.
yeah,
You
no,
good. Look at him.
no, he ain't built for this.
Oh, that's
No,
so.
he's
I'm a
sweet
nigga,
guy.
and that just made me go, oh.
Man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you see the look in his eyes,
not built
like-
for it.
He concerned.
And then it was one that you sent to us. I had saw it already though. Was it you or Dev that sent it to
Dev.
us? Where the
Yeah.
it was the girl. Let's see if I can pull up. But the one girl basically started crying. It was almost like
Yes.
her.
She was terrified.
Yeah, it was almost like her parent was trying to get her, making sure that she go out. And like you said, she was terrified.
And you can tell these kids that they going viral, you can tell they was never told, if you don't win, I'm gonna fight you too.
Dev
Cause
said,
that make you win.
Dev said, he like, God, why my mama like this?
Yeah.
For real. Look, everybody ain't a certain type of way.
At all. And you gotta appreciate that because that right there is a future doctor.
And the reality is, at the end of the day, I'll just give my 2 cents real quick. Because,
Real quick.
the reality is, you know what? This motherfucker. That was funny. That was a good one. But yeah, man, it's like, why are you promoting violence? Because that's lightweight promoting violence in a sense.
It's
your youngins.
It's promoting it for laughs.
Yeah, but like you promoting it in the sense of talking about teaching your kids, even though in this world we live in, you may have to deal with those type of things in life.
You got to knuckle up at some point.
I mean, that happens. We all been in situations, but the reality is, what are you trying to prove behind this?
That your child love you.
But your child love you regardless.
Absolutely.
Unconditionally.
But
for the most part,
it's some
I would think
adults.
It's crazy.
So let me ask y'all
So
this.
you ain't asked Leighton? You just didn't tape it.
That's what I was about to ask.
You asked Leighton, but you ain't tape it?
Ask Leighton what?
fight.
Come help you fight.
I was just
would
about to
never
ask y'all.
him that.
I was just about to ask, like, what would you do with a situation where, like it was literally, but that's just the dumbest thing. Like, if I'm fighting as an adult, why would I see your kid and be like, hey, you got to go hit this kid?
I'm gonna tell you something.
Ask Parker. I bet
because
she'd be down with it.
Oh, Parker be fighting niggas. Either way it go, like for real, Parker be in that motherfucker like, pap pap. No, I would. I mean, at this stage in my life, I ain't never been no tough guy, nothing like that. But the reality is, I would try to avoid every situation anyway, so I wouldn't even have to bring my kids into the situation. Now, if it's something I can't get away from, it's just boom boom spontaneous that I got to get involved with. The reality is, I'm not gonna go get my kids like, oh, come fight them. I ain't on that shit, man. That's petty.
So
that shit
do you
corny.
think it would have been? Do you think it would have went over better? Because I've seen this. Like I said, some people who don't have kids ask their parents to come help them fight, and of course the parents was with it. Like, that's my baby. Like, of course, you know what I'm saying. So what if Leighton came in and was like, Dad, I gotta fight this boy down the street or whatever. He said he's gonna go get his dad, whatever. You gotta come.
That's
help
a different
me
story.
fight.
It's a different situation.
Yeah, it's completely
That's
different.
different.
I understand it's different. I understand it's completely different. But would you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Either one of my kids. I don't care who it is. But speaking from a man's standpoint, if Leighton came and got me, like, say Leighton would be 9 this year, and let's say he turned like, 12, 13, and he like, and I hear some shit outside, or he come get me like this and that, or he just pulled me like, and I see some shit going on, the first thing I'm gonna do is try to defuse it anyway. And if his peoples is there, I'm like, look, man, come on now. But if he get the popping, then son, hey, you win some, you lose some. Let's go. But I'm not gonna actively try to promote.
What if it was 5 kids on your kid? Are you?
Then I'm pulling out the strap, nigga.
Are you
Oh,
No, I'm joking.
wait a minute.
Chitty bang bang.
You ain't gonna at least pop 2 or 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? Let them.
Oh
know
no,
that
I
they
would never
chill.
I would never let nobody that I care about them around get jumped and nothing like that. I'm gonna get. I don't care. Like,
But you just automatically to the strap. I'm like, what?
no, I'm joking.
Okay.
But
Y'all think he joking?
I think it's a difference. What they said. That's what I'm saying
My
though.
little girls ain't never getting involved. Oh.
That's what I'm saying. You feel me? If one of my kids come to me and said this and that, and then we go and that shit pops off, then it just is what it. Then at that point, it's like, okay, we'll talk about this shit later. Let's get it. Like, period. Don't say nothing else. Let's get it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Oof. I pray that none of my people ever have to see me fight for real. My mom, unfortunately, my mom see me saw.
Did she see your
Next
mugshot
topic.
picture?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, continue.
Unfortunately, my mom see me fight my sister.
So are you telling us we're dealing with a convicted felon right now inside of?
First of all, I never convicted. I was found not guilty on both accounts. I paid my time.
You ain't got no pending case.
I paid my debt to society. Okay.
We're not harboring a fugitive, are we?
Listen, and I had a welcome home party both times.
Welcome home party.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, man.
No, I do feel like it is just kind of traumatizing in a way. I mean, I get the jokes and stuff, but it's just like, I don't know. Is it a line? I mean, I think we are all 3 sane individuals up here. So I think we do know it's a line that you can't, not that you can't cross, but it's like, yo, what are we doing just for? And let's be honest, when you put these videos up on this fight challenge thing or whatever, unless you like celebrities or whatever else, you're only getting, if you got a bunch of friends or something like that, you might get a few hundred views or whatever, but it ain't going nowhere. So it's like, why are you hopping on waves just to get 200-300 views and not looking at the expense of what it could do to something like your kid or something like that, just for 300-400 views, 500 views?
I think sometimes, you know, and this is just me. I don't have kids. I'm gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? So some people may look at my opinion or my view, my perspective on things to be invalid because I'm not a parent. However, I feel like sometimes parents get their kids involved in different stuff too early and unnecessarily. You know what I'm saying? Because if you yourself don't have enough substance as an individual that you have to bring a child in just to get those views or react.
I was gonna say that.
I don't know if y'all ever seen this come across y'all Explore page on IG or whatever, but I even see like these little what is it when they eat the food on camera? Was it mukbang?
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. And like,
And they have kids doing it.
Right.
Like, you gotta understand, and I don't project. I'm hoping that this is not the case, but everybody is not healthy mentally.
Right.
And some people find eating erotic. So why have a child doing that?
I thought that was why that started.
Yeah. So like I said, kids aren't to be in position to do any and everything that adults do. Like, I even have questions sometimes when, you know, they have like the mother-daughter dress-alike type thing or whatever. Why do you dress your daughter up to you when you should be dressing down to her? Like, this whole off-the-shoulder, belly showing, this and this and that, whatever. Like, no. Dress down to her if you want to do the mother-daughter thing, because you don't want people looking at your daughter as your equal. So it's just like it's a lot of like trendy stuff that people do that they don't realize how. And I'm pretty sure their intentions is pure, but you got to understand the world that you putting your child in front of.
Yeah,
You know
I've always had a problem. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I mean, I've always found it weird that when you dress the people like you said, you kind of. I mean, I guess it would look. I don't know. I guess it would look weird almost if you dressed them like them. But it's like, even if you dressed them like you, there's a limit to it.
But
you
that's,
know,
what I'm saying.
You know,
like,
yeah.
you can have like the little halter top. She can have a full T-shirt and it be the same color.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, but for real, whatever. Like, just it's some, like, you don't understand how quickly pedophilia is gonna be a preference if people keep going the route they're going. And
I'm just convinced. Like,
do you understand right now it's a law in Denver, Colorado, where an 11-year-old up to 11 can be topless in public?
It's crazy. I'm just convinced. It hit me the other day. Like, I was sitting there. People that really know me and talk to me know that I spend a lot of time in my car listening to music and just thinking and, you know, whatever. And I sat there and it just hit me. We live in a fucked up world. It does not compare to the shit that we did back when we was coming. This generation of life right now, and I ain't even putting nobody in particular. I don't even say the young kid. I'm just going to say this life, this box that we in right now as far
Like,
as
in
life.
what way? Because I see those questions all the time where it's like, was it really as bad, you know, when we was growing up, or is it worse now and stuff like that? So it's.
I think things are more open. So maybe in a sense, you may be right. Maybe a lot of stuff wasn't going on because there was different kinds of morals, I believe, you know, earlier, previous to now. It seemed like right now, the shit is just the wild, wild west. The world is the wild, wild west right now. Like, you able to do what the fuck you want to do, how you want to do it, when you want to do it, and the thing is, at the end of the day,
And don't want nobody to tell you how you should do it and stuff like that.
Exactly.
That is the part.
But so I'll push on that. Then shouldn't people be allowed to live their life the way they want?
But see, this
I'm
is
just
the thing.
asking questions.
Let me elaborate on that. Thank you. That's exactly where I was going. They're literally stripping the more intellectually sound people of rights to basically manage the unintelligent, like they kids, to where they don't even want you to gender babies when they're born. They want you to allow them to pick. Do you understand they're removing the word mother in a lot of policy procedures and things that's going on in the world right now? They want to say birthing person. They don't even want to say mother no more. You know why? Because they have an artificial womb and they have uterine transplants.
Oh God, here we.
You can look it up.
Okay.
Listen,
Okay.
don't take my Google it, and don't get me wrong. Google is not the Bible, but you could do sound research and find credible, like, things about that. Like, No, I'm not even joking. Like, push the artificial womb and uterine transplants aside. The fact they're trying to remove the word mother. Let's talk about that.
In places.
Because that's literally the huge divide between naturally born women and transgender women. Well, that's another pod. But honestly,
That's
when
gonna
it
be your
comes down
pod.
to
That's gonna be your pod.
I'll definitely engulf in that. Because as a black woman with the Eve gene to create every one of y'all motherfuckers, if I wanted to, I'll definitely discuss that.
You got the Eve gene.
Black girl magic. I'm so glad to be born.
Do you like
A
apples?
black woman.
Do you like apples?
too? You like apples?
I do.
So you saying he was the first? You was the
Gala.
first. So you saying you was the
Gala.
first? So you was the first woman to set a nigga up there, right?
Yep. Yep.
Y'all ain't shit.
Listen.
No, I'm just.
No, but I mean, like, on some real shit or whatever, like, the fact that they're trying to literally let kids go about their day with no type of guidance or real intellectual input is scary to me. Because you got kids who don't know none the wiser, but what is influencing them, you know what I'm saying, between their friends and these screens, and they're going to make decisions based off that. They really trying to remove the parent out of that fucking picture.
See, that's what I was getting ready to say. Real quick.
Okay.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I look at it like this. The parents dictate everything. And what I mean, but now look, I'm not saying as a kid when you grow up that you don't get away and do certain shit, right? But when you promoting a certain type of life,
No, I saw you, Leah, what she said in the video.
I'm sorry.
but when you promote,
I'm gonna adjust this camera next
and
week.
you know what?
damn.
We've been talking about kids, so you know, not
Go
and
ahead.
you know, Leah just said something. Let's keep it 100. That's my sister. Dev's my brother. That's our brother. So, you know, whatever. Let's be, like, even with their children, some of the best, respectful children that I've ever been around. Like they're so respectful and so
Yes.
they're kids.
Yes.
And they not over there doing, oh, you need to, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and doing that type of shit.
Yep.
It's the parenting thing too that comes in perspective
Absolutely.
with this.
And but see, and I agree with that 100%. I agree with that 100%. But that's why, for me, I get the pushback on. It's like, oh, well, everybody's doing this and everybody's doing this and the screens and this and that or whatever. But to me, it comes down to the parent. Like when everybody speaks about all the things that go on, and I do agree. It's a lot of wild shit out here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that. It's a lot of wild shit out here. But it's like, I always come back to the point that when you come home, though, it's the parent. It's like
They're around
it's
you
like
more
it's
than
just
anything.
like I feel like people sometimes give too much power to all the other shit that's going on in the world. When you control your orbit to a certain point, yeah. Now once they go out the door, they in school and they with friends and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
You can't control the other people, but you do shape and mold your kids. You know, so I think that's where it comes back to. It start with the parent a lot of times.
Oh yeah, I was
Real
go ahead,
quick.
Go ahead.
I feel like, you know, you have to get vaccinations to go to school, right? I feel like as a person, your first vaccine should be your parent. And I don't care what nobody say. Like, at the end of the day, as a parent, I don't care what your kid dressed like. I don't care what, you know, whatever. Your whole sole purpose as a parent is to prepare your child to one day live without you. And
Right.
if you are not doing that, and if they're not at that level,
Right.
you are failing. Period. That's how I feel.
Right.
Because it's so many kids that thrive off of being fed mentally. Like, I've had so many kids who got the J's, got the Gucci belts, this and that sit around me more because I pour into them than they parents because they just dress them and make them look nice.
Yep.
What what are you doing? When is the last time, like I said this on a different pod, way when I first started. We 2 years in now. When is the last time the black family sat down and had dinner at a table? Or is
Right.
everybody in their room watching their TV and eating in front? You know what I'm saying? When's the last time that y'all actually talked to y'all kids when they wasn't in trouble?
Last time you passed the peas like they used to. Yeah.
Nigga, for real. For real, though.
Pass the peas.
Pass the peas like
But y'all right though. Y'all right. I mean, like, look, we grew up eating that. Like, all of us ate together. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
literally. I mean,
yeah.
if it was a time that my parents were working second shift, that was different. But like when they was home, nigga, we sat down and ate at the table.
That's the thing. It wasn't no eating
Literally.
in front of the TV.
No, it wasn't like, oh, hey, you come in, we gonna eat at 5 and you eat at 7. No, we sat all of our asses down at the
Yes.
table and ate up until I mean, we were way older
And then you
before
think about it.
all that stopped. Yeah.
And you think about it, when you sit down at the table and have a meal, that actually develops social skills. How many kids
You had to
are
talk at the
socially
table.
awkward?
We had to talk at the table because we was all sitting there eating.
Yeah, like literally how we go around at the pod. Like, how was your day? How was your week? Like, this, you know,
Right,
how you doing? How you feeling? Like, I literally did a public speaking.
Those are the type of challenges we need.
Listen,
Yeah.
like I did a public speaking event with my one comedic brother, Uncle Lou, because he works with kids, and he divide the kids up in groups, whatever. And we had to just just do different things, whatever. And mine was like we had to put on a comedy show, and I had them pair up in twos. Tell your partner the funniest thing that's ever happened to you in your life. Just a story. You know what I'm saying? The one kid, he was just being super difficult. Nothing's ever happened funny to me. Nothing. Just completely shut off socially. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, sit over there. I ain't even. Okay, sit over there. Now I got a group of 3. Don't care. I don't care.
Hey, hold on. I don't mean to cut you off, but hold that thought. So before the end of the show, let's tell each other one story, the funniest thing that has ever happened to us and the people in the feed too. Just save it for the end of the show, though.
Okay.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, the funniest thing that ever happened to us.
Yeah, but we can save it for the end of the show. Hold on to it.
Why we gotta do the end of the show?
No,
Can we do
because
it now?
finish your thought. Finish your thought.
Yeah.
I'm done now.
Oh, well, shit. I will say too though.
I'm just saying that like socially awkward kids are developed from not having that interaction with their own family. So why would they talk to the world? But that was my only thing.
You made a point about saying something with a different kind of challenge. Like, what kind of irritates me is that we never do a challenge that's like kind of positive. Everything is always just some
Yes.
silly shit or some
Yep.
dumb shit. Let's go walk
Triggering
up
shit.
let's go walk up some crates and all this other stupid shit or whatever. And I know Charlamagne has said this week where he was talking about it. He was like, let's do a put a ring on it challenge or something like that. But I know women was mad
I'm down.
because what he was saying was
Wait, we got to talk about
no,
this.
because what he
I'm
was
down.
saying was like, if you've been shacking up with that guy, you got 2-3 kids, by why don't you walk up to him with a phone and say, hey, are you gonna marry me or something like that? And if not, be like, I'm gone. Like, and it's just like, I get that wasn't like completely positive in a sense, and I know people again, women was mad at him
I got
because it
a
was
few
like
hoes I can do that with.
they felt like it was only putting the pressure on whatever. But anyway, but it's like, but we don't do anything positive. We don't do it ain't June. Hey, show your diploma challenge. Hey, show me your perfect attendance challenge. I mean, it's like nobody do nothing that's ever remotely
Show
positive.
me your drawers midday challenge. Like, let me know you clean. Wash your ass.
Real quick, Dev said, he said, I saw a quote, you have to allow your children to carefully experience dangerous things, not reckless things, but if you're walking, yeah. My eyes is blurry. Somebody else can read it.
If you're walking, let them walk. Hold on, let me pick up my phone. If you're walking, let them walk on the little stone rises above the bushes. I mean, it's just, I think that's a good point. I mean, because it's one of those things that, I mean, I'll be completely honest in this. This is one of those things where, by me stepping into the step parent role, I think about now where it's just like, all right, how do you do this, and how do you show examples or set examples, but not be overbearing? How do you do this? How do you do that? I mean, so I can't. I agree with Dev. Where it's that you got to allow them experience things. I mean, I say it all the time. It's like kids gotta be kids.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big person where I always say that it's funny how you can talk to a kid, and it's just like we've lived these lives,
Right.
and we've done these things 100 times, and it's like you would think that at some point it would kind of click in people's minds. It's like, all right, well, they've done it before. If they're telling me not to do it, maybe I will avoid some trouble or something like that. But it's like, but you got to let kids live.
Right.
But I wonder, I think I live in my head. I wonder like, hey, how do you get that balance of letting them live, letting them experience stuff, but knowing also, hey, if you walk down this road here, it's a dog down there. He gonna bite you in your ass. If you go ahead and walk if you want to.
And that's exactly how my dad raised us. It was never don't or you can't or this and that. He like, oh, you curious about smoking cigarettes? Well, this is what happens when you do. This is what happens when you
Did
don't.
he give you a cigarette and tell you to puff?
Huh?
Did he give you a cigarette and tell you to puff on it, or just
No,
okay?
he didn't do that. He wasn't one of them parents. But he definitely let us experience life. And once we seen that his suggestions were along the lines of what's best for us, we never really questioned or was too curious about nothing. Because I feel like the more you restrict kids, the more they want to actually experience it for themselves. Because in their mind, it's like, maybe you ain't do it right. Maybe I'll get a different outcome. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think like that my dad raised us clutch. and he was 40 when he had me. He ain't had no time to be faking the funk and this and that whatever. I had to talk at 4. There wasn't no birds and the bees. It was like, look, you put a dick and a pussy together, you have baby 9 months later.
That's how my dad was.
Like
Jesus.
it was
Literally.
blunt. It was just straightforward. Like, look, this is what it is.
Yeah.
And at that point, whatever, back in the 80s, 90s.
I would say 90s because
before they had receipts, a lot of stuff was going under the radar. So therefore, I didn't have to be tricked. Like, oh no, you trying to touch my vagina? Like, nope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what that is. I'm cool on it. So you got to be like that. Preparation for your kid.
And real quick with this, this is kind of on the subject. What does it take? And I think we all know the answer to this, or some forms of answers to this. We have a lot of parents that are emotionally and mentally damaged, and they have children. How do you break the curse? Because they've seen things growing up.
Provide the environment that cultivates what you wanted and didn't have.
And I'm saying like Dev used to always say, and like you always say it too, we all have said this. We as black people in general deal with PTSD. But when you start having children, you've been dealing with generational shit. Do y'all feel like that's setting your children up? If you're not trying to get help behind the things that you dealt with, like how can you promote that more, or get to that point? Because it's a lot of parents with kids out here running around. And the children don't know that their parents are suffering, through conversation they don't know, but through the way they treating them, that curse is
they're
still
pouring
there.
it into their kids.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. They're pouring it into their kids, and even if it's not intentional. And I'm trying to think what I listened to recently. It was a podcast where somebody was talking, and it was just talking about how, like, with the way they grew up around women or whatever, and it might have been a woman that said it, but it was a woman. I'm trying to think of who it was, but all the women from her mom to her aunts and everybody all had men who had kind of left them and things like that. So almost unintentionally, they were pouring negative shit into her as a woman, because all of their experiences or some of their main experiences with men had been negative. So it wasn't like they were doing it purposely. It's just almost like, girl, a man only gonna do this and a man only gonna do that. And it's like, I don't know how you break that generational thing, because I think we all got it in us to do it. You know what I'm saying?
I think,
men
honestly,
and women. Being
transparent with who you are as a person will help, because, like, with that situation, if that woman would have known that her mother was some type of way that wasn't conducive to keeping a man, she would go internally to fix that part of herself, versus just internalizing the fact that men gonna leave me. I think we have to stop, keeping the kids from the truth sometimes. As a parent what your child is ready for. Don't get me wrong. Don't go, clean out your closet and they 4. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But tell them the fucking truth.
Right.
Tell them, hey, I wasn't right in this situation either. And it allows a child to look like, damn, she not perfect either. So I can go ahead and work on my mistakes and not sit up here and put on this mask of imperfection, like of perfection, and I'm not. I can work on this and be in that safe space to be better, versus taking on, it's always somebody else. And I don't have to work on nothing about me. But also, again, cultivating an environment that's conducive to what you wanted and didn't have. If you didn't have your father and you had a bomb-ass uncle, why keep your kid from your uncle? Or whatever man.
Or why not try to model the behavior of your uncle as opposed to holding on the hurt of the father that wasn't there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like cultivate an environment that's going to be okay for your child to grow up in, absent of the father and all, absent of whatever you didn't have. Like, just make sure that they have what they need. Put your pride aside. Put your ego on snooze.
The biggest thing you got to put aside, something I just realized, not that I just realized, but what really came into fruition for me over the past couple years, man, the mind is a powerful tool. When you start to thinking and you let it start sinking into your mind about different shit you going through and what you done dealt with, that shit will affect you physically. That shit will have you, like you said, as far as treating a certain situation. Because remember some podcasts ago that we did, some shows ago rather, I'm sorry. Remember I was telling y'all how I was with my son, I felt like I was kind of not being as affectionate and, you know, and loving, even though anybody that knows me know I love my kids to death. But I wasn't giving him that, but he always run up to me, want to hug me, this and that. But subconsciously, the reason I was mentally was being that way was because my dad wasn't affectionate towards me. The mind is a powerful thing, man.
What you think about, you bring about. And I love, like, I don't know if y'all caught this or not, whatever. It's a smoothie or some type of like little bistro in Maslin. It's called Greatness Cafe. And they had did an interview for the news or whatever, and all of their menu items are positive affirmations. Now, it has a description of what you're ordering, but you have to say the affirmation to actually get the order through. And the owner was working the cash register or whatever, and he had a 60-year-old white man as a customer, 60 plus. And he was like, I want a strawberry smoothie. He said, that's not what it's called. I just want a small strawberry smoothie. That's not what it's called. It's called I Am Great. And he stormed off or whatever out of the line and didn't like, he had a hard time. And then he came back and said, can I have an I Am Great? And he broke down because he had never talked about himself positively in years.
Crazy.
He's so crazy. He's so crazy about
The
that.
power of words, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because, you know, Dev chiming in, he just said, you also want to make your kids believe that they can do anything. I tell my girls that they are the greatest, the smartest, and the most beautiful girls in the whole wide world.
Absolutely.
And that's
absolutely.
Yeah.
You gotta pour into them. You gotta pour into them.
Yeah, and I feel like at some point, once people get to an age and they start having kids and things like that, like you get, because I think both of y'all have said great things. Like when you're talking about pouring into your kids and things like that, like you gotta at some point check yourself in a sense too, to just be like, all right. And like you were talking about with Leighton, you know, or he want to come and hug me and stuff like that, but you found yourself maybe not. I don't know if it was like maybe not reciprocating a hug as much or whatever. Because I'm not, bro. I'm not a smushy ass person like that. I'm just.
You gotta be smushy to get somebody a hug.
I'm just saying in general. It's tough sometimes for me, but it's like. But
y'all
I know
EC niggas is just.
Show some love, motherfucker.
Like, damn. I wonder how awkward or how triggered y'all was when I came to the studio hugging y'all motherfuckers. I was like,
yeah,
every now and then play it cool.
Yeah, you know, it's just like,
right.
What's going on, nigga, real quick? What's going on, real quick? You know what I'm saying? Just,
and it's crazy 'cause I'm a hugger, and like one of my ex-boyfriends, his mother was not affectionate at all. I mean, completely shut off. Don't even hug him. When I first met her, he told me, hey, my mom might not, you know, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. But my natural instinct was to go in for a hug. And when she hugged me back, even he was surprised and shocked.
Like Bill Bellamy's mom on The Brothers.
That.
Yeah.
I have never went for a hug and got somebody who didn't want to hug me. Oh, except for during COVID.
Shit.
But yeah, but no, I just feel like at a certain point it is the job of a parent to be like, all right, let me check myself so that I'm making sure I'm being the best myself for the kids.
Yeah, you want to walk what you talk.
Yeah.
You don't want to just pour into people and then they don't see it because then that makes you look like a liar or a front, like a fake or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely want to walk what you talk as a parent.
Yeah. I mean, you, like you said, before we move on, you definitely just gotta,
lovey-dovey
like you said, you gotta walk it how you talk it, man. You gotta break them. You gotta break them habits and them things you've been through as a child yourself, because your children don't deserve.
What was
the
it?
things that you went through.
What was it? You don't want to ask the question. I think it's just like we got to be the cycle breakers.
Yeah.
At some point, it's like you either gonna choose to do it or you're gonna put that burden on your kids. And your Lord knows your kids gonna have enough burdens on them in life. So it's like, why not take it on your shoulders to be like, you know what? I'm gonna break this cycle of whatever it might be.
Right.
Dev said my girls are gonna have supreme confidence. The world gonna have to beat them down because I'm gonna build them up against all.
And that's 100.
Right. That is absolutely. Like
100.
parenting 101.
Especially the world we living in now.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta, you really have to make kids almost damn near bulletproof for this world. You know what I'm saying?
Got to.
Like against everything, whatever. Like you definitely want them to feel comfortable in their own skin and confident in who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Got to. All right. While we on family, I saw something recently. I saw earlier in the week that Jay-Z had sat down with Kevin Hart. On his show, The Heart to Hearts, Kevin Hart got 99,000 shows. He chasing Steve Harvey.
Amy. No, I peeped.
Yeah, he chasing Steve Harvey, but I also, this is my thing too. The celebrities who are getting into the whole, this it's not a pod, but it's interviews, but it's this thing, and it's the whole thing of like shout out to the brother, to our homie, to our brother Paco. He was just like, at some point when celebrities started getting all into the pods, it just started diluting it even more because it's just like, all right. It used to be that people like us was doing pods and trying to do whatever we was doing. Now it's like celebrities is doing it left and right, and now people are going with them or marketing with them. But anyway, totally different thing. But anyway, so his show Heart to Heart, Jay-Z was on his that episode dropped this week. Jay dropped some gems like he always do, but there was a point where he made a statement about money and family. So I kind of wanted to play this clip because it's kind of weird because it's we're not on their level of money, and it probably can be applied to different things too. Right. But this clip has kind of been making the rounds over the over the last couple of days, and I'll wait a second until I go until I get ready to play the next one. Well, no, there she go. Okay, so yeah, I'll go ahead and play this now. But yeah, so I just wanted to let y'all hear this and kind of get y'all take on what Jay was saying to Kevin Hart about it. So let's see. All right.
From that space. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like you'll have people that where you come from, if you behave in a certain manner, it's not accustomed to where they are, right? Some people haven't evolved past 16. They still stuck in that place. But you evolving every year. Mm-hmm. So that may be a threat to them. Subconsciously or consciously, Kev acting funny because blah, blah, blah. You have to navigate that. Mm-hmm. You have cousins. You got to go home for Thanksgiving and people are talking to you like Kevin Hart. And you going home for solace. You want family.
You're going home for peace of mind.
You're going home for pease of mind.
And they don't give you that
and your
because
cousin
you're not
your cousins in your grandma's living room saying, yo, man, I got this play. I want to, if you just give me, you know what I mean? 4,800, I could make you 2 million. You like, it don't work like that, fam. And you got to explain to him, like, life isn't like that. Money isn't free, and no one's giving out opportunities. If it sounds too good to be true, it's really, and then he like, oh, you don't believe in my dreams.
Where did that?
So basically, Jay was just talking about the fact that them being in a space where, they can go out and with them, they going home to family and they obviously got money. They're on a different level of celebrity and things like that. But I guess the pull on them from family. And I thought the conversation was interesting. At least this part, not really just because of the money thing or something like that, because again, them talking about money is completely different than us talking about money. Right. Somebody asking me for $20 is something different than somebody asking somebody for $5,000 or $50,000 or something like that. But the expectations sometimes that people can kind of put on families sometimes, like, is there lines to what we supposed to be doing for family? Because and I know this could be touchy, and I'm not trying to be touchy with anything or whatever, but I just found it interesting when I was sitting and watching it last night, because it's with family, we always supposed to be there, and we always going to be there. But is it times that it's just like, all right, yeah, I'm there for you, but you know what? Like this time, I know, I can't do this. I can't, if it was like, can't run across town to go do this for you. I mean, it could be anything. Hey, I'm sorry, I just don't have time to run to the grocery store for you today because I got to go do X, Y, and Z for myself or something like that. But, sometimes in situations like what Jay is alluding at, family, friends can expect you to be like, oh, I asked you, I need you to do, you love me, we should do that. Is it lines, and then how do you place those lines, or how do you not feel bad when you placing those lines out there?
All right, I go first.
You go first.
So I think you have to go with your gut on those. Mm-hmm. And I say that because, I'm okay in some financial fields. I'm going to say that.
Can I hold $10?
Let me hold
you hold what?
Huh?
Can you what?
Come again,
what
say.
Say?
Come again, say. Come again, say what?
So, I follow my gut with that, because I've had people hit me up for less. And I'm like, because sometimes in all actuality, people will get a no from God and search for a yes in you. So
Bars.
I pray for discernment.
I might have to write that one down, because I'm going to give you that one. A no from God, but a yes from you.
I pray for discernment when it comes down to certain things or whatever, especially because, you know, anybody outside of yourself is always going to have some type of emergency that's emergent and urgent to them, but not really on like your scale of, oh, that's not really that big of a deal.
Right.
You know, so I just pray for discernment, you know what I'm saying? And I hope that when I do help people that they're, you know, really taking this seriously, because sometimes I've helped motherfuckers when I didn't even have it.
Right.
You know, I've asked for a favor through a favor for other people. But like I said, discernment. And I feel like you almost got to surround yourself with people who better than you to avoid that.
That's true.
Because if you determine who your circle is and you make it of all motherfuckers who's better than you, you won't get those kind of favors or those kind of conversations because they up.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you have to, for the betterment of yourself and for the leveling up of yourself, whatever, separate yourself from people who you know ain't going nowhere, who ain't trying to do nothing. Because if you're really out here trying to get it, we too focused on people like, oh, I ain't heard from Playboy all week or whatever. Like, he don't fuck with me, this and that, whatever. That's a broke mentality. Broke mentality to be worried about who checking up and who keeping up with you versus how you could be checking up on other people, because the phone work both ways. You know what I'm saying? So in that aspect, in that sense or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I know I'm going to be good down the road. Like, when I say good, I mean like great. And I know it's going to be some people who going to be like, man, I fuck with you the long way and then that. And cause I've had it now. You know, people see Pod and R&B, people see me doing this, doing that, third, whatever. They don't know how, you know.
New York to the world. Subscribe now to the Hot 90s.
Dev come back fast. Yeah, it was still on YouTube and it just popped up with something crazy.
Shit out of me.
I don't know. Shit.
My bad.
Hey,
Are we
hey,
on?
Yeah, we on.
Good?
Yeah. It's
Okay,
just,
I see that DMST
I mean,
Studios.
hey,
I'm like,
yeah.
okay, we good?
Yeah.
Okay, we still on? Okay.
Scared the shit out of me too.
And listen. But, you know, shaking baby syndrome. But no, and on some real shit, when I was still doing shows, nobody in the comedy scene knew that 7 days apart, I had got my car repossessed and me and my mom was evicted post-stroke. You know what I'm saying? Only one comic knew that because she was picking me up from the hotels to go do shows.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, y'all see, don't let social media fool y'all. Like, yeah, I might post this and post that, whatever. Y'all didn't know I was going hungry trying to feed my mom.
Right.
Y'all didn't know I didn't have gas to get to the show I went. Y'all didn't, don't think that just because you see me good that I'm good.
That's a good point.
You know?
Yeah, like I'm saying, it's not even really always about money or nothing like that. Sometimes it's just time or the expectation. I guess, you know, but that's probably the best part. It's the expectation of and like I said, it's everybody. It's anybody around you. It's the expectation of, hey, this person should be able to do this for you. Oh, that person should be able to do that, and all these different things. It's the expectation that I have to check myself on sometimes when I'm just in the grand scheme of things. So everything, it's just like, all right, you don't know about this man, or you don't know about this lady over here, or whatever. Like, you can't sit there and just be like, oh, they should be. Yeah, you gotta check yourself sometimes.
I struggle with that a lot.
Let's talk about white privilege versus black entitlement.
Talk about what?
Let's talk about white privilege versus black entitlement. Black people are highly entitled. You know why? Because they've been told most of their life, oh, I'm going to give you the world. I'm going to give you what I didn't have. I'm going to give. Or check how you positioning your kids to look and interpret the world. Because don't nobody owe you shit. I don't care if I gave Brainstorm $1 million. If I fall on hard times and ask him for 10 and he say no, do I get to be mad at him?
See, I think you could be mad.
No,
I do.
No, hold on. Hold on.
We got a topic now. Look, we got a topic now.
We got to make that a reality so we can really talk about it on the show. So we can really, because other than that, we just talking out our ass. So give me a meal, and then we'll come back next week.
This is the experiment.
We'll come back next week. Playboy will be sitting here. You'll be sitting there. Dev will be at home. I'll be on the island, and we can get in on a whole conversation. And I mean, and I think it'll be our best show ever.
Right.
Ever. I mean, it's going to definitely be the best show for me. But go ahead, Playboy. I'm sorry.
Man.
They said I recall the podcast when Dev was speaking on not making the.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, Joe. Yeah, just recently. Yeah.
See, but the reality is, I think in retrospect, that conversation may have been based off of how he had been treated from them people.
Yeah.
His family.
Yeah.
See, that's what I struggle with. Anybody that know me, I'm 100 million toes down when it comes to my people. I'm going to look out. I'm going to do whatever, even if I ain't got it. I'll take an L just for my people to be good. Because the way my mentality is set up, not saying that it's right, everybody's way of doing things is how, but I had to learn that. And so I found at different times when I wasn't getting the reciprocation of what I do for people versus,
She laughing. Hey, it almost got his ass, didn't it? Hey,
I'm laughing because
reciprocal.
I'm laughing because I'm looking at you talk, but then I'm looking at the camera, and it's like his hands are so close to the fucking camera.
Hey.
I was like, oh shit, but I'm with you.
Go ahead.
But you know what I'm saying? I lose my
We're
thoughts
gonna do
sometimes.
these cameras different next week.
But I found what my problem was. Okay, but here you go. But what my problem was.
All right, Eddie Murphy, because that's how Eddie Murphy talk for real.
Right. No, I had to learn, or I'm still learning that just because you do certain things or act a certain way towards people that you love does not mean that they owe you anything.
Absolutely.
Because you're not supposed to do things for reciprocal.
See,
For what?
Got his ass at the huh?
For what?
For who?
You're not supposed. Hold on.
For when? How?
You're not supposed to do things for something in return. Let's just say
No, and that's the truth. That's the reason why people say, "Oh, you should do stuff out the kindness of your heart." That's why I say no out the kindness of my heart as well. I say no out the kindness of my heart as well.
Man.
Okay, like for real.
Reciprocation.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got it.
Yeah, man, I get
Fuck
it,
you,
man.
Elise.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, he did too.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Bryce.
I don't know. Play
I don't
what
care
you
if my
got.
best friend. Fuck him too.
Yeah, play
No,
what
matter
you
of
better
fact,
than me,
Wait,
man.
pause. I'm sorry.
Eunice.
Yeah, play what you better than me because like when you said that you'll do stuff,
I try
and
my
it's like
best
and
to.
it's like you'll do it even if you don't have it. Like that's the part where I'm too selfish for me.
No, I get
where
you.
it's like if
Yeah, I
I don't,
get it.
but that's being very selfless.
Right,
at that point
No,
in
it's
time.
a difference between being selfish and being stingy.
No, I mean, no, I said that's selfless at that
Oh,
point.
okay.
When he's like, yo, I mean, if it's like, hey, all right, I know I need this, but you need it too, so I give it for
Those
you.
are
Yeah,
hard. I'm telling you, those are hard forks
Hey.
in the road.
Hey.
They are.
Hey,
But you
look,
know what's so
man.
crazy? I felt, and this is to you, just so you know what the other side feel like. I felt so better in certain situations where I said no and didn't do it.
No, it's
And it's
therapeutic.
so crazy because even though and again, I said no, but it still happened for them. It just didn't have to go through the means of me. You don't have to be the person to deliver somebody blessings. You know what I'm saying? It'll still get done with or without you if it's supposed to be for them.
I get that.
So when you say no, just pray that whatever they need happen.
That's real. I get what you
Because
said.
it don't have to be through you.
Right.
Yeah, and like I said, and that's the whole with this clip. To me, it's like it's not even just like I said, just the money thing. It encompasses everything that we kind of do, whatever. So it's not even just that. I mean, it's just I'm not a person that really asks for anything ever. Really, it's just a fault of mine.
But let's talk about the other side of that real quick.
What's that?
Since you brought it up, why do black people have a problem with receiving?
Oh, that's tough for me too.
Like for real,
Oh,
that's
that's
the problem
tough.
because you pray for something, and if it doesn't come in the manner of which you think it should, you miss your blessings.
Oh, you mean okay?
Because even like simple as compliments, I could be like, "Oh, brainstorm, your hair looks nice today." Oh, I need to line up.
Yeah,
Why do you have to water
yeah.
it down to the level of
Yeah.
what you think you should
Yeah.
accept it versus
Yeah.
saying, "Thank you,
Yeah.
flaws and all, thank you,"
Why you ain't talk about my hair?
because you don't have none.
You know what, Eunice? You motherfucker.
Your beard
You
look
could
nice.
you could have said your head shiny or something. God damn it.
Well, I mean, you ain't been tan in 360, so there's a couple light spots you need to go ahead and let that hat breathe.
Yeah, but you.
But no, I mean,
You
why
are right
do
with that.
black
It's-
people have a
it's-
problem with receiving?
It's tough. That's because the example you use, I probably have said that before. Other than the days that like, if it was like right after, like if we up here on doing a show and Playboy cut me right before the show, then it's like, all right, I know I can't say nothing about it, but it's just like, you know, because
But even the fact
no,
you had
what
that
I'm saying is
thought.
I can't say nothing about it.
What the hell you trying to say?
Because the haircut is 100. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying, but
So I
like,
know,
even the fact that you
so
had
I
to
know
think
at that
about
point
it.
I can't be like, well, you know what, I still need a lineup or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact that you even have to check yourself, like, oh, I did just get a haircut, so this compliment is okay. That's still a problem. Like, really think about the psychology behind black people receiving stuff. We pray for so much, we want for so much, or whatever. But if it don't come in the way that we think it should, we can't accept it.
Yeah.
Don't block people's blessings, whether it be a compliment or an act of service. Don't block nobody else's blessings. And I learned that in college.
That's true, too,
Because
because-
I had my Bible study leader have his girlfriend at the time take me to go shopping to get clothes for church. I said, no, I'm okay. We can come as we are, this and that, whatever. No. Don't block my blessings. Hey, take her to go, you know what I'm saying? And I literally had to keep that in mind when people want to do stuff authentically. And, like, you got to understand, I get it. You kind of be skeptical depending on who it's coming from, if it's genuine, sincere, etc. But even if accept that shit, yep, I do look good. Yep, my edges is laid, and I ain't put down the edge control on it. You absolutely right. My nails fly as fuck, and I need to fill in. Yep.
I just always feel weird when somebody compliment me in a sense. I don't know, and I don't know where it comes from. I don't know. Maybe I have my first therapy appointment in a while on Friday. Maybe I should ask her, where does that come from? But yeah,
Insecurities.
You know what? It could
Insecurities
be.
like a motherfucker.
You damn right, it could be.
Because if you was more confident in who you are and the value and the work that you have within yourself, it is about time for me to give her a compliment. You're right. I'm glad you've seen it. Thank you.
Yes, I'm a weirdo. Like it's just.
No, you're not, brainstorm.
No, you know, I'm just saying in general. But it's just like see, for one, I'm a person that I would rather everybody else around me get the accolades they supposed to be getting anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's like let's just say even up here or whatever. Like if somebody be like, oh, y'all do the show, whatever, I'd be like, all right, but Playboy does this and Dev does this and Ulysses does that. Like I always want to make sure everybody around me gets those things first. You know, so it's just, but I'm just set up that way.
But what if you knew doing that or having that mentality hurt us? What if me, Playboy, and Dev was like, damn, like he don't feel like he contributes or he don't feel like he's just as important, if not more.
Then y'all
being
have to
this
say
and the
that.
third, whatever. Like you the first
Right.
person, the first voice on every podcast.
Right.
Does that
But then
not
y'all
mean
would have to
something?
say that.
And I try
But
my
I'm just
best.
saying,
And
like-
I try my best too, especially with this nigga. All the time to give him his flowers
Yeah,
with
but-
different.
and
But I noticed,
And it
like,
makes me feel weird.
even the last
though.
pod in R&B.
Oh yeah,
right?
you did the last pod in
The
R&B.
last part in
yeah,
R&B. I'm just
yeah.
like, look, man, this and this and that. He has been the catalyst for what we've been doing as far as the DJ for DMST. And I said it, and I looked at him,
and
he
I was just
kind of
like, yeah. I just it make me feel weird, man. I'm telling you,
You 48 years old. Get that together.
You are 64 years old.
Like nigga, you feeling
that
weird
is your
at 48?
that is your corpse sitting over there right now talking to us. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That is you.
God damn. But no, yeah.
I mean, but like
feel
y'all
weird.
gotta really think about those little things matter to people who look at you in awe, who really aspire to be like Brainstorm and don't
Ain't nobody trying to be like
understand.
me.
Huh?
Ain't nobody trying to be like me.
You'd be surprised.
Be surprised who
Listen,
watching.
you and that's the thing about it. Like I had motherfuckers from high school. My one friend, Alexis, shout out, told me that when I got my bonnet, which is your like certification and your license through the Board of Nursing.
I thought you said bonnet like the.
That's what I
And
thought
that's,
you
it's
were
so
talking
crazy.
about.
It's so crazy because it's called the Board of Nursing Nephrology. It's an acronym,
But it's
but it's actually like a
shortened to
license.
bonnet. Okay.
Yeah. So when I had got my bonnet,
Not that thing that y'all be wearing in Walmart.
no, it's a
Okay,
license,
okay,
y'all.
okay. All right.
So when I got my bonnet, she told me that my other friend Jessica had been watching me go through the process and, you know what I'm saying, posting different stuff in dialysis and that, whatever, that it helped her really go after her RN.
You never know who you
Now,
inspire.
mind you, me and Jessica ain't talk, but here and there, whatever. Oh, I like a post sheet, like this, that. But the fact that you inspired and never said nothing, that's what I'm saying. You don't know who watching you, Brainstorm.
Case in point, real quick. I mean to cut you off.
No, you're
real
good.
quick, because I'll lose my train of thought.
You good? I
Real
know
quick,
you old.
Because I'm
88.
old
You
too.
leave.
You know what I'm saying?
Real quick.
Real quick.
Real quick.
I see what kind of pod this gonna be.
But to piggyback, or I ain't said that in a long time either. To piggyback off of what you said, you never know who watching, right? Mm-hmm. Probably about 4 years ago, maybe 4. or some change or something like that, we had a show, one of our shows where we talking about suicide. Remember brainstorming? We had an individual reach out to us.
Well, we talking about mental health and everything.
Mental health and everything.
Whole. Yeah,
as a whole.
Yeah,
They reached out and basically said, y'all just saved my life.
Yeah, he basically reached out. Was like, look, I'm glad y'all talked about it because I've been going through A, B, and C, and like literally all these things. Yeah.
And he probably never commented on a podcast or never. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just don't know. Like, it's so many people. It's so crazy because like even my ex was like, "Oh, I see you. Don't like."
Oh, it's definitely people.
Or don't like. You know what I'm saying? Say this. I'm like, okay.
Oh, it's people watching.
Yeah. So.
And I say it in the most humblest way.
Like you gotta really like, as a culture, let's normalize accepting.
Good point.
And not even, and this is the crazy part, the good and the bad.
That's true.
Because why is it that people come so defensive when I say, "Hey, brainstorm, you're like, you really hurt me, this and that, whatever." You know what I'm saying? Like, when you didn't, include me in the group chat or whatever, why be defensive?
I'm sorry.
When you can acknowledge my emotions in the moment.
Dev and Playboy, we got to erase our group
chat.
You know
what I'm saying?
Y'all have 4 years.
We got to erase our group chat.
You have a motherfucking first lady, not a feature.
We got
first lady.
We got one more message between us all post show, and then that'll be it.
No, but but that's another thing. Whatever, like accepting the good, accepting the bad.
Yeah.
Because you're not always gonna have it right, and it's okay. Be present in your humanity.
Right.
That you're not perfect. And some people just not going to take you the right way. And that's okay. And you can agree, disagree. I apologize that I made you feel that way. However, I did what I did. I said what I said. And it is what it is. But going forward, I will keep that in mind to maneuver a little bit differently with you in consideration. But I'm still going to be me. Yeah. You welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, I had that conversation at my job, my old job. Damn, it's so crazy. I gotta say my old job now. It's weird, but yeah.
But I mean, just like that, we gotta learn to accept, because I feel like that's what expedites your blessings in some sense. Mm-hmm. Because me accepting a compliment, maybe somewhere in this week somebody be like, "Hey man, I see that you do da 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 da. When I support you, whatever. I only got $40 here to you." Like, cause I did a show last Saturday. I ain't supposed to get paid, but they paid me and somebody tipped me.
Yeah, you were supposed to put that on the books. Since you part of DMST.
Yeah. we talk about equal footing around this motherfucker. Equal footing. You know what I'm saying? You want to be all in the group chats. all in every message. You know what I'm saying?
Where that bread at? Where that bread? He ended up saying, let's get to it.
Come up on.
Hey, look. Run me my keys, I got you your rent. Run me my keys, I got you your rent. Because I want to have some studio sessions.
Okay. That's funny. You know.
All right. So we got about we're gonna be rapping soon. We got maybe 10, 15 minutes or something like that. I want to take a second to shout out.
This was like real meaty on the relationship side of people and kids and parenting. Like this was real meaty.
We never know where the show gonna go sometimes. To me, and I'm actually gonna stand. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm about to say that's the beauty of our beauty.
We didn't even do the Corey commercial or nothing.
Oh no, we haven't been doing this since we went to YouTube. We haven't thrown it in the middle.
Yeah,
y'all didn't tell me that either.
Yeah. Because you'd have brought it up like 3 times. We're like, hey, we're not doing that right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is episode 307.
Right. That's what you said it best.
Hey. But, all right. Yeah. But anyway. But, yeah, I want to take a second and say, I want to shout out my fiance real quick because
his fiance.
Like, while we talking about the relationship stuff or whatever, it was crazy how, because, there was some shit that had happened or whatever, and I was going to handle it a certain way. Right? Because, as I'm talking about not being able to accept compliments and stuff, the Lord ain't through with me yet. As Paco told me a couple weeks ago, we were talking about something. The Lord ain't through with me yet. You know what I'm saying? But, but it's I was going to do something that probably wouldn't have been great. Even though I would have did it in my way of doing things.
Is it what I'm thinking it is?
Probably.
Okay.
But, I would have done something that wasn't great. And shout out to her because she's I think sometimes women have this thing, especially the right one or something like that, where she ain't say shit to me, but the way she said what she said, I could tell it was like,
no,
I'm disappointed in you, nigga.
Right.
Right? Right, and it was just like, and I thought about it for a night, and I was just like, okay, yeah, she probably right.
Right.
Yeah, she probably right. But yeah, it was.
Oh, y'all have those moments as men?
Yeah. But I thought about
We
that
do
because
listen.
yeah, we do listen. I thought about that because it's the cool thing about having a woman on your side, by your side, and like on your, I'm just saying on your team, but I'm not saying, you know, whatever, how that phrase goes. And I'm not meaning it, not saying it to be demeaning, but it's just one of those things where it's like, she didn't have to say, even though she didn't have to say, nope, nigga, don't go do that shit. It was like, you really think so? Oh, but why you feel, okay. And it's like every time the response came out, it was like,
You caught that vibe.
Yeah.
You caught that energy.
Yeah.
It was just like, nah, that ain't the right. I ain't got to tell the subliminal energy she gave.
Yeah.
Cool, at least you got a brother. I'm waiting.
But yeah, it was like one of those moments where I was thinking it that night as we were talking about stuff. And then by the next morning in my mind, it was like, yeah, all right. So probably you should do things a different way in this circumstance. And I don't know. It was one of those moments where it's one of the things where I when I could step back, I was looking at it as it's dope having somebody like that in your corner where it's like, okay, because you hear all these comments about, you know, I hate the whole being submissive talking and stuff, like all these things or whatever, but she was confident enough in herself to not just be like, I'm just gonna tell this nigga this is wrong. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. Whatever. It's just like she gave me energy, and I was receptive enough to pick up on that energy.
So this is what we gonna say. That was the greatest case for you of being receptive to a situation and being like, and see, that's what this shit is about. So that's off the top, just amazing to be able to have that connection and be like, she ain't even got to say shit without me knowing what she's saying. That's dope.
I mean, like, she didn't have to sit there and be like, you shouldn't do this or all these things. So, you know, you like I said, the whole submissive talk where she shouldn't have said this. All these things that people confuse about relationships and all these things or whatever.
Absolutely.
But
Y'all different.
obviously are vibing on a different level where it was like, I knew when every time she, oh, okay. Every time I was just like, all right. It was like, you know, the death by 1,000 paper cuts or whatever. It was just like, I knew every single time she did it, I just knew. It was just like, all right. And like I said, by the next morning, I was just like, okay, you gotta probably just go about this whole shit
A certain
completely
way.
differently.
Yeah, it's time.
But it's dope. And it's kind of one of those things. Well, it is one of those things where another one of those points where you realize where it's like, yo, this is actually a good thing, man.
See,
Yeah,
listen, a real woman never wants to see her man out of his hookup.
Hmm.
A real woman.
Yeah, that's true.
So at
So
the
what
same
you saying
time,
about Jada? Go on, continue.
a real woman never wants to see her man out of his hookup. A real woman. Unless it's absolutely necessary, and she knows absolute necessary, because even in situations to where maybe a man may disrespect her or this and that, whatever, she knows as long as you don't put your hands on me, you're gonna live to see another day.
Right.
But we also don't want y'all to bottle that up either. So we will definitely be an ear and a place and a safe space for you to go ahead and get that out
And that's
kind of process that aggression, that testosterone, get it on out. Yeah, cool. But on the reality of the situation, please don't maneuver in that situation. Please don't reach under your seat. Please don't go out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we know at the end of the day, black men are not making it home for less.
Yeah.
And we don't ever want to see a black man in a situation to where he not going to make it home.
Man, I've walked.
So we never going to sit up there and hype you like, yeah, man, fuck that. A real woman. I'm going to be real quick key on this. A real woman would never hype her man up to be on some bullshit.
Not only a real woman, but a real woman that loves you.
Where the DJ sounds at?
That's the key. A real woman that loves you, that cares about your well-being.
Absolutely.
Mentally, physically.
Knows your worth. Because
everything.
knows you bigger than what you're talking about.
Yep. No, it ain't.
Small things to a giant on it. Small things to a goat.
You know. Yeah.
I feel y'all.
You better than that, brainstorm.
So I guess we can pretty much wrapping up, right?
Well, I
Or
mean,
we got another one.
I know the one you had mentioned pre-show.
No, go ahead. You can bring it in.
No.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. I was just following the flow. I didn't know if we was,
No. Did you have something?
No, you introduce it. No, go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just the last thing. I mean, I don't know how heavy this is. It's no smooth transition to it, but I know you mentioned pre-show. There's a lot of stuff going on with the, with obviously with, Roe versus Wade being overturned and all these things like that. So,
let these niggas get vasectomies. That's all I'm saying.
I did see an article. Well, actually, I saw it this week, and then you brought it up too, Playboy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd actually Googled something to just kind of just show it if we could. But there are some lawmakers right now who are let's do this.
You're getting pretty good at this brainstorm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
By next week, we're going to be good. Fuck
Oh,
that.
yeah. But there are some lawmakers
being
right
feed.
now who are working to introduce a bill, like I said here, anything that requires fathers to pay child support starting at contraception. I think that's pretty wild, but
You said contraception
yeah.
or conception?
This nigga, all right. This nigga will lift. Hold on. He lifted his glasses up to check me to check me on contraception.
Listen.
Whoa.
And I was like, Mo gonna get him.
Hey.
Whoa. Hold on.
They catch you.
I had to come back to the main screen for a second. He lifted his glasses up. You said contraception? Whoa.
Damn.
You right.
Brainstorm. You let him get you like that?
You right.
Oh, man.
You right.
Oh,
Damn.
You got it. You got it.
You
You got it. I'm going to get his ass at one time. We going to catch him next time. Ulysses, we going to catch him. But anyway, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
but there's the lawmaker that's introducing a
that's
bill.
funny.
I think it was in Oklahoma where they're saying that fathers should start paying child support starting at conception.
Hey, he looked from around the monitor like,
Yeah, conception. So I mean, it's obviously we already know the reversing of Roe versus Wade was wild.
Yeah.
But let's talk
What do
about
y'all
it.
think about this?
Let's talk about it. Why the reversal on Roe versus Wade? Who gets the most abortions? Why would you want the people who get the most abortions
we had mentioned
to not
that,
get them?
Yeah,
Because you don't want to be a minority?
yeah.
oh, absolutely.
Like, this has nothing to do with the grand scheme of things. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care
But
about life.
it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said,
But child
If you-
support at conception.
oh, it's definitely going to be an uproar. Because at the end of the
That
day,
shit-
you have, because think about it, with just the reversal, it puts more pressure on a woman. Absolutely more pressure on a woman, because you have to be very mindful of who you lay down with. Now, it puts pressure on the men if that was to be passed, that you had to pay child support at conception. So it's almost like a way of saying both parties, hey, be a little bit more mindful of how you get down. That's it.
Straight bullshit. It's bullshit.
Y'all just can't go
Bullshit.
around
Call it
shooting
for
up
what
the
it
club.
is. It's fucking bullshit. How you gonna have somebody? And you said something, but I don't know how true it is. I believe what you say because I believe in you.
What I say?
But how are you gonna have somebody start paying child support from conception, and you don't even know how many people she's sleeping with?
Why does that matter?
What the?
It does matter because how you gonna
Because
dig
the
into
wrong
my,
nigga
how
can
you
be
gonna
paying-
dig into my pockets?
The wrong nigga could be paying child support
should've
for
been
9
fucking her.
months.
Y'all
No,
should've
hell
fucking her.
no. I thought Julie.
Y'all should've fucking her.
Euless.
Y'all like fucking raw.
Oh my God. Here we
It ain't
go.
a nigga. It ain't a nigga. It ain't a man on this world that be like, I like condoms. Like that. It's not one.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
So now y'all gotta be responsible.
You
Who y'all
gonna stop
fucking?
this bullshit.
What?
You trolling right now. You gonna stop this bullshit. You gonna stop this
What?
bullshit.
Oh, now it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
All I'm saying is this. How in the world?
Hey, and think about it.
Hold on.
But think about this though, real quick.
Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
let you go.
Go ahead.
But think about this. For them niggas who got kids that's the same fucking age, if they was paying child support at conception, I bet you they wouldn't continue to
that's a
fuck
good
nobody.
point. That's a good point.
I get that. I mean,
point.
but still,
Can't
but
argue.
still.
Can't argue that.
But what about the guys that are good guys that lay down with women who ain't the greatest type of women.
Why y'all
No, hold on. I let you talk. Let me finish. You listen.
God.
So, what about for the good men that lay down with a woman who ain't shit? That make you feel like you the only one in their life. Excuse me. That you the only one they fucking, and they got another dude that they fucking with from time to time. Mm-hmm. So how can you sit up and say from conception, just because she says me and my child, I gotta pay child support?
Do they not do a DNA test before you pay child support?
We talking about conception. That means as soon as she find out she's pregnant,
yes or no?
and she say, James, you are the pappy.
Or do they not establish
I don't know. I've
DNA
never been there.
before you're on
Never been there, so I
child
don't know.
support?
Don't look at me.
No.
It's yes or no. It's yes or no.
Do they establish
Do they
DNA?
or do they not establish DNA before you have to pay child support?
Yeah.
So if a woman
No,
hold
on.
on.
No, that's not true. Hold on.
I want to hear the question. Come on.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you finish. If you are with a woman and you go into said hospital and have that baby with her, and you're there and you sign that birth certificate, you are automatically put on child support.
Automatically the father. Yeah.
So DNA ain't even got to be in the situation.
Absolutely, but you signed to it. At some point,
But that's a good man.
It's some form of consent, whether it be DNA or you signed the birth certificate.
Point for
Let
her.
me say that. Let me say that. You establish yourself as a father,
That's not the same
whether it's
thing.
DNA or you signed the birth certificate, right? You establish yourself as a father.
I get
Point
that.
for her.
I get that.
Whether you sign that birth certificate,
But this is going too
or
fucking
DNA.
far. This is going too fucking far.
Let me say this.
I think it's going too far.
So
This
listen.
is going too far.
So
Point
let
for
me say
Playboy.
this.
1-1. Come on.
This is going too far.
1-1.
I get
1-1.
that aspect of going in the hospital. And I'm thinking that this is my child because don't get it twisted. We've had plenty of niggas that didn't sign birth certificates and then found out
After the
18
point. Yeah,
years
yeah,
later,
yeah.
this ain't even my damn child.
Okay.
So the reality is now you talking about, soon as we lay down and you get pregnant 3 weeks later, I got to start paying child support. The baby ain't even here. That don't even make
That's
no
wild.
kind of sense
That's
to
wild.
me.
That's wild.
So let me say this.
Here we go.
The back to the point I was saying, whether it be through DNA or you sign that birth certificate.
Oh shit! It got her ass. Got her.
I tell the truth all day.
Got
Be
her.
off camera, but it's in my body.
Got her.
But
Good.
whether you sign that birth certificate or DNA, if you talking about getting child support from conception, I believe
That's wrong.
that as a woman, you would have to go through the process and pay for that DNA test to be taken while you're still pregnant because they can do that and it costs.
And I get that.
So if you want your child support at conception, you have to pay to establish that this person is a father.
So what's
if she pay that this person is a father, then from conception, you get that fucking child support.
So, excuse me.
That's
So
all I'm asking
you
is
were
right.
saying something earlier before we even
He was
came
spitting
on
out
air.
that DNA right there.
Right. No, but all I'm saying is this. In respect to what you just said. So does anybody, even in the feed or anybody in here, have the information or the knowledge of when they can start to figure out whether or not DNA, as far as being the father of a child?
I think it's as early as the conception. I really do think.
Well,
Yeah,
if that's
I
the
don't
case,
know.
well, now to agree, if that's the case, if they can perform some type of procedure,
All they do is a tap. It's a tap. They
Okay.
go on the
Okay.
uterus and do a tap. That's it.
so if they can do that and determine, which I still don't believe, but if you can do that and determine DNA and say yes, that's my child, then okay. But I still don't think it should be that. Like sometimes we as men can really feel.
you don't think that a woman go through some shit?
No, I
now
get
it's
it.
9 months, they pregnant,
But
and you want to
look.
sit there and skate out and just live your best life, fucking around
But
with
the
other
reality
bitches,
is that's
But-
just
and
life.
getting other hoes pregnant?
That's the nature of life, though. You pregnant.
But what?
Oh, we got to deal with that, huh?
I ain't saying that
You
we.
right.
I
You
mean,
right,
no,
big
we
boy.
both have to.
Hold on.
You ain't shit.
We both have to deal with it. But I'm just
But
saying.
do you have to deal with it? Because that's your choice. Because once you get a woman pregnant, you don't have to be seeing her fucking again.
I mean, true. That goes to my question. So
I mean, I get that aspect. I get that.
So what's child
That's like-
support at that point then?
Yeah.
What's child
That's
support?
what I'm saying.
Like is
That's
it,
what I'm
is-
saying.
is-
Whatever. Like you get to go ahead
Is it a
and live your
college
life.
fund? Is it a college fund you got to put money into? Is it you got to pay all the medical bills? Like what's
Right.
child support at that point in time?
Shit, at the point of conception, child support is PTO. Because it's going to be some time she need to take some time off. So if you can cover that PTO, my nigga.
According
for
to
them
Dev,
visits, those appointments, those
Accord-
days where she ain't
I am-
fucking feeling well. I figure conception child support will be way less than actual birth child support. Let's talk about it.
I am like,
Because the baby don't need much. Cause you still attached to the mama.
I don't.
Is it really
listen, listen.
Is it really a fucking drag?
Truth be told-
Let's talk about it.
Truth be told, hold on. Truth be told, I don't think men would feel so horrible about child support if it wasn't for the fact of them for real going up in niggas in child support. Like, let's keep it real. A baby don't need $2,000 from me every fucking. It's not my responsibility to take care of your household. Okay, it's my responsibility to take care of my child. That's my opinion. You know, but at the same time, me being the man I'm gonna make sure the whole place is good anyway.
So let's talk about
no
this.
like,
different-
hold
that's
on,
no
hold on,
different
hold on,
than-
let's
talk about this.
That's
Let
no
me
different
finish,
than the whole
let me finish.
McDonald's
Let me
thing
finish,
over
let
the
me
whole
finish.
weekend.
But Dave Chappelle said it best. This is why I was against the Roe versus Wade. Like Dave Chappelle said it best in his stand-up. You cannot tell a woman what to do with her body. And he said it, and I agree with it. If you can kill that motherfucker, I can have the right to decide whether I want to pay for the motherfucker. I know that sounds real bad, but that's just how I feel.
So let's talk about it. Child already here. You right.
I should be at least
$2,000
able to.
$2,000 or whatever for a child does cover the mother and the child. But how many men are willing to step up and say, you know what? I don't want to pay child support. I want to take my kid. How
I
many
definitely
fathers
would.
are going to take their child full time
I'll be completely honest.
if you had an option between child support and being a full time parent?
I'll be completely honest.
I'd rather be together.
And I'll be completely honest. I've fell on that side of the argument a lot more than I've fell on the other side. Because
What's that? Be
the side of I think there are less men that want to take their child full time. It's not to say that
But
it's
it
not.
ain't even-
It's not to say. I'm just saying. Let me say one thing real quick.
Go ahead.
It's not to say that the laws are not archaic. We've said it multiple times on the show. The laws are archaic. It's not to say that child support is not expansive and intrusive at times and things. It's not to say that. But I personally, just me, I have personally fell on the side that I do think if you lined everybody up, I think that it will be a greater number of men that would rather pay child support.
I get it.
Especially at a agreed upon standard that's not just extensive.
Oh, absolutely.
As opposed to being a full-time parent.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
I
look,
fall on that side.
I am
And see,
conducive
the
to
thing
that.
about it or whatever, like if a dude was in position to be a full-time parent and have the mother pay child support, let's even throw that in. The mother pays child support for you being a full-time father. How many men will sign up for that shit?
You mean to get up in the morning, get them up for school, get them out for school, get back
But
home.
you do have a lot of look. Let's not discredit the fathers now.
No.
I know some
Because
fathers.
we talked
I
about
know
doing
some
that.
single
No,
fathers.
we're not
we had a
doing that.
podcast.
No, we're not
before.
doing that,
We
yeah.
had a podcast before where we
Yeah.
said we gonna turn. Matter of fact, the conversation.
Fix your eyebrows.
Hold on.
Yeah, we're not.
The conversation.
No. We're not. Let's not discredit the fathers. You're right.
The conversation that we had this past week with Dev, being FaceTime.
Oh, when we was up
the
here
one
doing our
we was
meeting.
up
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
but
I'm sorry.
somebody else
I'm sorry.
wasn't in the building.
I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna say no names or point no ill.
We sorry. But go ahead.
But we said, and you said, one of your biggest things, and which I'm trying to be better at, is not allowing this back and forth banter as far as blaming and pointing the finger at each other, and trying to make it a situation where let's figure out how we can build. Build. It's my allergies. I'm sorry. Build and
That's
make
that DNA. He's trying to get rid of it. Go ahead.
build and work together and find a solution, and not because we the only people that really go back and forth with each other on bullshit.
all the
But
time.
you gotta think about it. I bet you it's a couple women
Uh-huh.
because it's a lot of women working their ass off that would love to pay child support versus being a full-time mother. That's a sick part.
I'm pretty sure it's a lot of them
It's
out
the
there
sick part. That's the sick part. It's a lot of women that would rather
that would
pay
want to
child
be
support
involved and come pick
than
up the
be
kid
a
for
full-time mother.
Yeah,
Man, right now,
yeah.
I know a situation. I ain't saying no names. I know a situation right now. For years, the mama just said, "Fuck them kids. I'm moving here and I'm doing my thing." That's the only reason, because I know situations, and that's the only reason I think I'd be so passionate about certain things and things that have happened to me personally. Is why I'm so passionate when it comes to like being like, oh man, this and that, because I know a lot of freaking
This
second
nigga got
time.
5 alarms
It's
going
the
off.
second
in
time.
the
You know
whole
what?
Show, man.
You fired.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you
Was
can't
I
get.
ever hired?
That's
Was
why
I
you
ever
can't.
hired?
You are the first lady, correct?
That's why you can't get in the
Am
group
I?
chat.
Am I?
That's why you wasn't FaceTime. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
yeah, man. But
Fuck
you know,
you guys, I'm going home.
no, but I'm trying to be better too. You know, and that comes a part of when you're dealing with intelligent individuals like ourselves and different people. You have to, you know, kind of be a sponge to different things and kind of get out of your own way about different stuff, because that may be some of the cases why, like, just putting myself in this position where you have held back from certain things because you mentally just feel some type of way about different shit. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man.
All right. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, very.
And I know we could probably speak about that for like 100 more minutes.
We could have a whole 5 hours up here talking about this
but
shit.
I know Ulysses got to get back to her event.
Yep.
And so I mean we'll be back next week. I had one up on the screen. This is a good one. We'll get into this next week. Well, oh, I forgot it was up there. But yeah. It was one of those questions that you see online sometimes, and people want advice, and it's just like, yeah, it was, yeah. So yeah, I don't know, but all right, y'all. You taking a picture of it?
Yes, I am.
Nope. How to take it down? Nope.
I already got it.
God damn it.
He said, God damn it.
All right,
Gotta
y'all.
be quicker than that, nigga.
So before we start giving out goodbyes, man, shout out to Dev. He been in the feed,
Yes, sir.
man. He
Yeah, shout out
he
to
been
you,
out
brother.
there, you know, shouting this thing in it. I it's such a weird thing when you're not here and you're watching it, because it's one the desire to want to jump in and say something. That's first and foremost.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then after that, you start just realizing everything else. Like he probably the blueness of Ulysses right now is probably driving him insane.
Oh, all the technical shit is probably
Yeah,
sitting
it's
there
probably,
like,
yeah,
God
probably
damn
driving
it.
him insane. Me looking like a toddler in this chair right now is
Man.
probably,
Right.
probably driving him insane. I forgot I ain't even turned the camera on me and stuff. I mean the light on me and stuff like that. So
He said it is.
It's
Damn.
so crazy. Like, it's so crazy. Like, when one of y'all, or I don't know how it is when I'm missing, but when one of y'all is missing, it really do show. Like, when I had to be brainstorming, I'm, doing yo, bring it. You know what I'm saying? When you got to be Dev and Playboy, like it be off, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you know how solid we is together as the four of us.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
hold it
Like,
down.
that shit crazy.
We hold it down. You
well,
know.
if Dale feels any better, that blue light is pissing me off too.
I know.
The same way the audio pisses me off. I trust me, dude. I tried to switch the light around. I don't know what it is. I don't know if we gotta adjust the
I
softness
feel like we
or
gotta
something.
learn everybody's places.
Yeah.
Just to be able to fill in better.
He looking.
Yeah.
Hey, he
Like,
look-
cause I forgot
Yeah.
all of the
Hey.
little radio stations that we on. I just know yo. That's
hey, he looking at that blue light right now like,
Yeah, man.
punching the air.
Yeah. But we'll be better. We'll be better next week, man. We'll
Yeah.
be better.
Oh, yeah.
We may actually have a guest next week too, because we had to put one off a couple weeks back and stuff. So yeah. So we'll let y'all know. But Ulysses, give them all your shits.
Ulysses Dickerson on any social media platform. My IG is public now. Until next time, stay blessed, healthy, and wealthy. Y'all can catch me at Bliss on every Thursday. Doing my comedy. I got some shows coming up. I'll definitely, post them on my IG. So definitely make sure that y'all follow. I appreciate y'all, and this was a good one, man. I missed y'all. Like 2 weeks is a long time, and I realized that. I was like, damn, I ain't had nobody shake their head at me in a minute.
I showed the caller. I showed the call you. I'm like, well, what's your schedule? Like, I'm available anytime.
No,
You know
for
what I
real,
mean?
that ass. I'm off every Sunday. So that's why I said, like, y'all got to tell me, like, if y'all got a guest next week, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? But Dev not going to be here, so I'll probably be here too. So, whatever.
Yeah, probably work out. Yeah. So we'll get it together. All right.
Y'all can't get rid of me, nigga.
I mean, well, we could just change the lots and shit.
I'm like bed bugs, nigga. Can't get rid of me, nigga.
I thought about bed bugs yesterday because I went to the movies yesterday, and it's like, remember it was that one point in time where it felt like everybody was talking about they got bed bugs from the movie theater and stuff, and I stopped going for a while.
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I know they was coming off that bus.
What bus?
Like, my friend, she got bit up on the bus by bed bugs.
What, like the RTA?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But you got to think about because if you at home, it's on your clothes. You go give them the bus.
Anywhere you sit down with anywhere.
Yeah.
Especially anything with upholstery.
One of my biggest fears in life is bed bugs. I can't lie. I'm telling you right now.
They're the worst.
If any of y'all ever said y'all had bed bugs, you are banished from the studio for a month.
Not even a month. Forever, nigga, forever.
That's it. Forever, ever, forever, ever.
It is one of my biggest fears in life.
They're the hardest thing to get rid of. They don't have to eat for a year and
It's
still
just-
be like in your shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I dealt with bed bugs, and it's the worst thing.
You can't come back for 2
You
weeks.
did. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, get your shit.
This is 09. I ain't got that shit now.
No,
No, I'm joking.
no, I'm
I
just
would
saying.
listen. I wouldn't even embarrass myself coming up here or whatever. Like, you at least you got some chocolate on your
I'm
shoulder.
about to turn it to
Get your shit. Get your shit. Get the fuck out.
Nah, but yeah,
We
but
can't never just end the show.
yeah.
Shit.
No, we can. Playboy, give him all your shits.
all right, man.
He got a quote. Look at him.
No, I ain't got a quote. No, I'm just looking at the thing. No. At the end of the day, it's Playboy the DJ, man. Playboy DADJ. You can find me on Instagram, Playboy_James3. You can find me on Facebook under my government. If you know me, then you know me.
They know you.
And you can find me on all DMST boy platforms.
Bottom left one.
Excuse me. Like I said, I moved to the. I don't know if you heard, but I moved to the quote as far as my dad as well. Be yourself before you be by yourself, man. That's the quote, and can't wait till next week for the next show, man. Dave, get better, brother. We love you, man.
All right, man. So I was for the first time today, I guess, zoom in on me in this big ass chair with this camera way up there and me way down this way, whatever. But anyway, man. You know, again, we'll be back next week, obviously. So we'll be back rolling. LTC will be back up here on Wednesday doing the show.
Yeah.
So they'll be back. Again, we good. Godspeed to what they say. Godspeed to death or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Man,
it's
send
just,
all good positive vibes
Yeah.
to them vibes, to the energy or whatever to that man, because I already know how he feel.
mm-hmm.
Like, as an athlete, being immobilized, like, when you always get up and go and think about it, like, he the cornerstone of his family, like, man, send good
And you know what?
energy to
Real
that
quick,
man.
before you end it, real quick, like he was saying, I want to get a shout out to his family, the women in his family, like he said.
I had that post yesterday.
They've been holding him down immediately, to his wife, to his two
absolutely.
daughters. Shout
Big
out
ups to Leah.
Yeah, shout out to Leah.
Miss
and to-
Reed.
I
Yeah.
called him on Friday, was it? I think it was, and because I was talking about something
You FaceTimed him?
prior to a song. Prior to a phone call I had to make or whatever, and we was talking about something. But I kept hearing him. He'd be talking like, "All right, man, yeah, you know, but all you got to do is do this or whatever." But you know, that's a little tight down there or whatever. I'm like, at some point, I'm like, nigga, do you got a personal nurse or whatever? It's like, no, that's Leah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I was expecting him to be like, hey, sponge bath in 15 minutes. You know, that's how he sounded. Sponge bath in 15 minutes. But I mean, hey, shout out to Leah, man. She been, you know, like you said, he put the post up. Leah, you know, his daughter's been holding everything down too,
yeah.
man.
So that's dope, man. I just wanted to say that real quick.
Yeah. All right, y'all, man. So we'll get out of here. Again, we'll be back next week. The show was gonna be different. No matter what, I mean, like we rolling with the punches right now. So
yeah.
it might be
Hang
three
in
of
there-
us.
hang
It
in
might
there with
be
us.
two of us. We'll know. We'll show. But just,
We
but
all
just
gonna have a seat in that chair. Matter of fact, next week I'm in that chair.
really.
Let's do it. We all gotta learn our parts.
You would have us watching porn.
So?
Why can't we get through the goddamn close of the show? You know what I'm saying? Look, god damn it. Look, we gonna be back.
Yeah.
We're back. You know,
Ain't always
it's
some heart
no
breaks.
breaks right now that we know of.
just keep it
Nothing
rolling,
coming
man.
up
Do what we
soon.
gotta
No
do.
breaks, anything like that. Guests coming up soon. New ventures that we working on. All that
Absolutely.
stuff will be out there. Hey man, I just learned this week. You know, we'll be back for Battle of the Bands this year as DJing.
Absolutely.
You know, me and DJ Pooh will be out there. At Will Entertainment will be out there again. It's back.
Wait, ain't you out there too?
Yeah, I was kind
But
of feeling some type of way when he didn't say my name.
don't.
But it's okay. You know.
I only
No.
You know,
no,
as far
look,
as
look.
think that is
No,
brainstorming
no, look. No,
and then
no.
it's me and you.
No, listen.
We always getting like segregated and some shit.
No.
like that.
Respectful.
So let me find out to try to
Hold on.
parents
Hold
with
on.
kids
Hold
and
on.
shit like
Respect.
that.
Respectfully
Man,
and
fuck
honestly, just
brainstorm.
all that was a joke. The reality is this: Brainstorm and shout out to DJ Pooh at Will Entertainment. Dashawn.
Oh shit.
the reality is that's the event that they mainly do. I am kind of like sporadic when it comes to that situation.
That's the only reason I did, because you hadn't come to the last.
I haven't been in a minute. So
yeah, that's the only reason. I just didn't know.
No,
bro, it's open.
No, it's cool.
Come
You
on,
ain't hurt my feelings.
I'm not even trying to be like that, bro. It's open.
No,
come on. Every year I'm like, yo, come on out. I mean, like we just, it's free. You know, you're walking in with us.
Right. Yeah.
You know, but no. So I didn't mean nothing about it.
No,
I really did. But yeah,
I'm joking.
It's back this year. It's back to a 2-night thing, and I'm gonna talk about this from now until it comes up, because we are back doing it. At the bottom line is, no matter what, Playboy, me, Will, we've been doing this for 10 years. No matter what, Will's been doing this for 10 years. No matter what.
Shout out to him.
Since I came back home. So it's like, you know, it's to still keep this contract is something good. Even though Don Shine is at Warrensville now, but the event is going strong. It's gonna be back. It's gonna be bigger this year. I'm talking about every single week until it comes up. It's gonna be bigger this year. There's gonna be a couple surprises they're gonna throw out there at y'all.
Yeah.
College bands this year, high schools bands this year. Y'all pull up. We gonna be DJing our shit. Shout out to Ahmad Crump. He does the MCN, and Mario Riley. They MC it every single year. 1079 is always there and everything or whatever. Shout out to Channel 19, I think it might not. They keep running the promos and stuff like that right now. It's a big thing. I love it. I'm glad that we get to do it again. And I'm honestly, I'm just grateful. So, you know, that we still doing it.
And the thing is, it's a very, very, I respect y'all in general, because y'all do it every single time. But being there on the field,
it's a difference.
It's a difference between being inside a place, because we in front of
a stadium,
whatever it is,
people. You know, whatever it is,
just
a high school stadium, or being at CSU at the
CSU
downtown to CSU when we were doing it downtown at the Wolstein Center. Yeah. It's a different feel when you on the floor and everybody's in the arena or something like that, and say,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We've been there.
Oh man, that feeling is a surreal, and if you ain't confident in yourself, can be very intimidating.
Yeah, in a heartbeat.
So,
in a heartbeat.
But like I said, shout out to the Battle of the Bands.
All right, Brainstorm, give me all your shit.
And I didn't mean nothing by it, but yeah, we out of here because you least a mess right now. All right, man. All right, y'all. So we'll get out of here. We'll see y'all next Sunday, man. Episode 308 next Sunday, man. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Dev, get well, man. We'll be out of here, y'all.
Yes, Dev, hurry up, man.
Yeah. Because this shit over here is just it's.
I'm gonna be on that chair next time.
All right, y'all. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
All right.
Oh shit.
No, you ain't get your shit.
You ain't got your shit.
I gotta stop real quick. Hold on, shit. It may be cloudy today.
I was like, yeah, what the fuck?
But the sun will come out.
It will.
Please live your best under the sun. Something.
All that shit.
Live
Goodbye.
your life to the best of your motherfucking ability.
Yeah, all right, y'all. Good night, y'all.
You speaking Chinese again, nigga.
But do that brainstorm the number 4.
I was nervous, y'all. All right, I had a drink.
We gotta say yo.
I had a drink. I was nervous. God damn it, shit. I don't know. All right, y'all. Get out of here. All right, peace, y'all.
Peace.